Hello and welcome to another video from Midas Touch Toys, Games and Collectibles. And today, well, we're looking at something that is very, very old. It is incredibly rare and very, very difficult to find and is super collectible. We are looking at the 1967 release by Berwick Toys from their Gerry series of toys. This particular item we're looking at today is from Captain Scarlet and the Mysterons, and it is the double-sided wipe-off colouring cards that you colour and wipe off again and again and again. You colour them with crayons, wipe them off and colour them again. And it's all based around the 1960s television series, Captain Scarlet and the Mysterons, which was the sixth series in the Anderson Super Marination puppetry series. It was preceded by Thunderbirds, and then it was followed by Joe 90. There was just one season produced, and there was 32 25-minute episodes, and the budget for the series was £1.5 million, and the production company was Century 21 Television Production. That wasn't the end of Captain Scarlet, actually, when it finished, after the original airing dates had gone. It originally aired from 1967 through to 1968, and was syndicated into many other countries. I think about 40 in all. But that wasn't the end. It did come back onto primetime television in the late 90s and again in the early 2000s. And then there was a remake of the Captain Scarlet and Mysterons TV show in 2007, I think it was. No, sorry, not 2007, 2005. And it was a computer-generated animation television series, and it ran for 2 seasons with a total of 26 episodes. But this particular item we're looking at today is all based on that original 1967 television show. Okay, so this is the box in front of us, and it says on the left-hand side you've got an image of the Angel Interceptor, and it says Captain Scarlet. It's got copyright ATV Overseas Limited 1967. Captain Scarlet, the exciting TV series, a Berwick toy. And on the right hand side you can see an image of Captain Scarlet and Captain Blue at Colonel White's control panel, control desk I should say, aboard Spectrum Cloudbase. And it's got double-sided wipe off. Captain Scarlet is indestructible. You are not. Remember this and do not try to imitate him. So it's colouring cards to colour and wipe off again and again. Okay, so that is the front of the box. Now, with boxes of this time, there's usually nothing on the back, and this one's got nothing on the back either. However, but on the sides, let's have a look. So this is the bottom of the box. Just zoom out a little bit. And it says Captain Scarlet double-sided wipe-off colouring cards. If we go to the end, again it says Captain Scarlet double-sided wipe-off colouring cards, and it's got a Berwick toy. And if we turn it round to the top, same again, Captain Scarlet double-sided wipe-off colouring cards, and finally round to the other side. And it's again, it's got Captain Scarlet double-sided wipe-off colouring cards, and it says a Berwick toy again. Okay, so that is the box. What I'd like to do now is I'd like to open the box, and let's have a look at the contents. Okay, so I've opened the box, and this is what we've got inside. So we've got 6 cards. Now they're double-sided apparently, and we've got the remnants of the crayons. So we've got that's like yellow, red, blue, or burgundy, or what have a pink, brown, and black. There's obviously one missing, and the brown one seems to have broken. If I just take that one out, there's only part of that crayon left. It seems to have broken off, and then the other half has disappeared. I don't know what the missing colour is. Maybe green, I don't know. But there is certainly a missing colour on the crayons. But we've got these 6 cards, and the object is to... I'm just going to take one down off of the box. So I mean, this is all the original in the packaging, the holes of crayons and the boards that hold the cards. So this particular card, it says Col White, Captain Black and Captain Blue, and you can see you've got Spectrum logo, and you've got Col White, Captain Black and Captain Blue standing in front of him at his control panel on Cloudbase. It says copyright ATV Overseas Limited 1967. And if we turn it over to the back, there we can see we've got the Spectrum SPV vehicle, the Spectrum Pursuit vehicle, and it's zooming along a road. And again, it's got copyright ATV Overseas Limited 1967. Now, this one has been coloured in on the back before. You can see the colours, and there's marks where it's been rubbed off. I do want to give a little demonstration on this. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab one of the crayons and give it a little colour, and then I'm going to grab a damp cloth and wipe it clean so you can actually see how this set works. Okay, so I'm just going to grab a colour pen. Let's take the purple one, and I'm just going to do it very slightly. I'm just going to give that little section there a colour in. Just do that little bit at the top there. Just colour it in with a crayon, and there you can see I've coloured it in. I'm just going to put that crayon back in the box, and then just to clean it, you just take a damp cloth and just rub it off, and that's it. It comes off on the card, and that is the card all back to clean, ready for the next colouring that you would do. So we've got, oops, excuse me, we've got 6 of these cards, and obviously all these crayons. I'm just standing there up. I've obviously moved it too close to the back, but these cards, so there's 6 different ones. We'll have a look at them all in a moment, but I just want to give you an idea of the size. So you're looking at 15 centimeters by what is that, 11.5 centimeters, and it's the same size on both. Now you could color it in. I think you could probably use pen as well, which would just wipe off, because it is that if you use felt tips rather than ballpoint pens, but it would, I'm sure felt tips would rub off easier if you prefer using felt tips, and then you can just color it in. Now you can either put them in a little frame and hang them, or you can wipe them clean and put them away ready for your next colouring set. So we've got that was the Col White, Captain Black and Captain Blue with the SPV. This one we have Captain Grey and Melody Angel, and they're reading the plan of something. And on the back of that one, you've got an image of the Angel Interceptor, and you can see this one's been coloured at some point as well. You can just see it in the background. Again, a damp cloth over the back of that will clean that up quite nicely. Okay, so that's the second one. The third one that we have is of Captain Scarlet and Destiny Angel, and they're standing in front of the Spectrum copter at the back there. And again, it's got ATV Overseas Limited 1967. And if I turn it over to the back, there we have the Spectrum copter, which is sitting in the background behind Destiny Angel there. So that's the third card in the set. The fourth card, which is this one here, and this one says Captain Fawn, Harmony Angel and Captain Magenta. So you've got, you know, Captain Fawn, so you can colour him brown. Destiny, Harmony Angel, you know, they're in white, so, and there doesn't appear to be a white crayon, so maybe you'd leave her white, I don't know. And Captain Magenta, which is kind of like a reddish purple colour, so you would colour him perhaps in that colour. And just behind them there, you've got the SPV. And if you turn that over, then you've got the Cloudbase Operation Head Q Spectrum Cloudbase, and you can see you've got the Angel Interceptors, 2 flying and 1 sitting on the runway there. Okay, so that's the 4th card in the series, and let's just pick up this bottom one, which is the 5th one, and this one is Rhapsody Angel, Col White and Lt Green, and you've got the MPV, Maximum Patrol, MSV, so Maximum Security Vehicle, parked behind them at the back there. And it says Rhapsody Angel, Col White and Lt Green, and again you've got copyright ATV Overseas Limited 1967. And on the back there you've got the Maximum Security Patrol Vehicle, Maximum Security Vehicle MSV, or Maximum Security Patrol, or Security Patrol SPV, something like that. And that one was all in white with colouring bits, but again you can colour it any colour you want and then just wipe it clean again at the end of it. So that was that one, and then finally you've got Captain Ochre and Symphony Angel, and Captain Ochre is escorting Symphony Angel to somewhere nice as he's opening the car and letting her sit in. ATV Overseas Limited 1967, and on the back of that car you've got the Spectrum Saloon Car, and it is again ATV Overseas Limited 1967, and again you can colour them as you will and wipe them clean when you are finished. Like I say, is that I think you could also get away with using felt tips on here. You don't have to just use crayons, but the crayons came with this set, as you can see. So a really nice set. All the inner packaging is still here, so you've got the 2 cards that hold the pictures, and you've got the paper clips that clip onto the side that hold the pictures in, and then you've got the crayons. So even though we are missing a crayon and the brown crayon is broken, I'm sure you could find another one, maybe a green one or maybe a white crayon or whatever, to pop into the missing area there. Pretty straightforward to find. Or like I say, otherwise you could use felt tip pens on them and it was still wipe clear, because it is that kind of finish on the back which allows it to be wiped off. Or you could just keep the pictures finished, put them into a frame and display them on the wall. So that is what you could do with it. Okay, so that is the set. Now, question is, how well did this set do back in 1967? Well, yeah, like anything, Captain Scarlet was a big hit for the Andersons. It was another very, very successful television show, puppetry television show, Super Marination, they used to call it. But sadly, it didn't go on to do a 2nd season. And that's because the British producer and the guy responsible for receiving funding from the States thought it's easier to sell a new television series than seek funding for an existing series for another season. So basically that brought the Captain Scarlet to an end, and the next series, Joe 90, was produced. That's sad, really, because I thought Captain Scarlet was one of the best, and it was geared, I think, for a slightly more older audience, because it certainly had a lot of darker themes. There was a lot of violence in it, and quite a lot of darkness, which you don't normally get on children's television. So it did appear to be geared from a slightly older audience, but it was still for kids, basically. So it spawned a fair amount of merchandise, not as much as what you would get these days, but it did do some merchandise. But then again, these merchandises that were produced was never meant to last. It was just for the time when the TV series were being shown, because don't forget, back in the 1960s there was no such thing as video recorders or DVD players or live streaming or internet or anything like that. It didn't exist. So in order for us to continue to enjoy our favourite television programmes, we would do things like colouring books or games like this, or activities like these, to keep our favourite TV series in our minds, because they were only shown when they were shown on TV, and if you missed it, you missed it. That's it. you had to wait for a rerun, and sometimes those reruns could take years, or maybe never at all. So you know, the object was never to miss your favourite television show. So, but there we are. Okay, so yes, sold remarkably well, did what it was supposed to do, as with all the Captain Scarlet merchandise that was produced at the time. So let's move forward 58 years to the current date, which is 2025. Do these items come up very, very often for sale on the platforms? And the answer to that is no. I think I've seen one which has come up over the last 4 years, which I went back to. Literally just saw one, and that sold some time ago for an extortionately large amount of money. But it is ultra rare, and you can understand why these things didn't survive the test of time, because they're card, they would have been done over and over again. The crayons would have been used up and worn out, and probably eventually the whole thing would have been thrown away. As I say, they was not made to last the test of time, certainly not 58 years, as this particular set has lasted. And it's in fabulous condition for an item that is 58 years old. It's in better condition than me, I have to say, but there we are, that's another story. Okay, so no, it doesn't appear very often on the platforms. I think 1 in 4 years makes it super rare. However, we at Midas Touch has managed to find this one particular set, and it is the only one set that we have available. And as from now, it is currently available to purchase on the Midas Touch website, which you can get to very simply by clicking the link below. It will take you straight to the website, where you'll be able to find this and many other vintage Gerry Anderson items, and many other vintage toys, games and collectibles. Come to that. There's over 10,000 products currently available on the website for you to view and purchase at your leisure. And don't forget to hit the subscribe button, because we're uploading videos for every new item that goes into the website. There will be something for everybody, and I'm absolutely positive that this is something that you're not going to want to miss, because we literally have thousands and thousands of new items which we're shooting videos for and uploading on a daily basis. So if there's something in particular you're looking for, something old that you're never able to find, something quirky that you might want to buy for a friend, or perhaps just something from your childhood that you'd like to own again to help you recuperate those long lost childhood memories, well, stay tuned, keep watching, because you never know the next item we upload could be that item you've been looking for. Okay, that is it for me on this particular item. I do hope you've enjoyed reviewing this wonderful, wonderful old Berwick toy of Captain Scarlet wipe-off colouring cards with me. Thank you for watching, and we will see you again next video. So bye for now.